How we doing, everyone? Welcome to another edition of FSI's NFL Showdown preview show. I am your host, TK Nation 47, bringing you the Washington versus the Patriots Thursday night preseason NFL football game. This is the very first of many from me this year. If you guys do not know who I am the content provider for both, one of the content providers for both the golf and NASCAR here at FSI. And taking my talents to the NFL realm and bringing you guys some of our showdown previews of the year and other things to be named. So keep your eyes peeled here on YouTube for any of the videos posted for our NFL content. All right, guys, we have premium packages here for NFL available on the site. That is FSIDFS.com. They include core plays for every slate. Both classic, showdown. We're going to have live chats with myself and other coaches. We're going to do our best to help get you guys into the cash. Big cash players here at FSI. I know Keats is big into cash week in, week out, as well as Gator Guy 231. You may know him from our soccer content. Guys are playing cash week in and week out. I am more of a GPP player. I love to get into the big featured tournaments, do a little bit of MME style, and try to get on some of the big money. And I think we all work with each other well. Those guys more cash based, I'm more GPP based. So you'll get a little bit of everything here at FSI. That right now, that season special is going for $100, which includes our preseason in it. But if you just wanted to get into the preseason, you can start us out with $15. And get all those lovely tools here at FSI. And the best part about it is being able to live chat with us on a daily basis, plucking our brains on how we do and what we're doing for our process. All right, so enough of the plugs. Let's get to the picks. First up, we have the Washington football team. Not sure what they're going to name themselves in the coming years, but as of now, I will do my best not to resort back to the previous name, as that is what I've grown up on. But we have the quarterbacks here. I'm going to go, position by position. Ryan Fitzpatrick and Tyler Heinicke are set in a quarterback battle. I think we get a little bit of Fitzpatrick. I wouldn't expect too much. He is learning a new offense, so I do expect them to get him reps. Pretty durable quarterback, so I don't think they're going to be really scared of him getting hurt. But I only expect him to be in maybe one or two series, half a quarter. You know what you get with Ryan Fitzpatrick, and he's probably leading the race, being the quarterback they brought in. So he probably is going to get the starting gigs, but they just probably want to get him some starting reps. Tyler Heinicke, I expect to get most of that second quarter. Maybe Fitzpatrick does get a full quarter. Heinicke does get the second quarter. But typically in preseason, I like quarterbacks that are going to be playing full halves. And we might have that situation if Kyle Allen is ruled out with Steven Montez. He could get the whole second half. Reports haven't come out yet on whether or not Heinicke might get in some run into the second half, into like the third quarter. If Tyler Heinicke gets run from the second into the third quarter, I like him a lot as a core play. I think he's going to get some of the softer defenses. Newsflash here. We have two of the best defenses in the league going toe-to-toe. Patriots got all of their defensive help back. Donta Hightower, Adrian Phillips is coming off of a really good year. Stephon Gilmore is there. J.C. Jackson. There's just a ton of defense of prowess on that Patriots side of the ball. I believe Patrick Chung is back in the building. So, I think both defenses are very firmly in play. That is pretty typical for preseason football. You're going to have a lot of sacks. You're going to have a lot of, fumbles, turnovers. So lock in those defenses. That's something we did pretty well, which got us to the cash line in that Pittsburgh showdown. So I'm loving both defenses. I'm leaning on Tyler Heinicke because his ability to run the football. Fitzpatrick's not bad at running the football, but I'm just worried if he's going to get a lot of run, being a veteran quarterback, being the guy that they paid a lot of money to. I could see Heinicke getting the bulk of the run. Flipping over to the Patriots side of the ball for the quarterback, I do think the similar mindset here with Cam Newton, that he gets a couple of series. He's in a quarterback battle with the rookie Mac Jones. All right, so I would expect Cam to kind of get the same amount of run as Fitzpatrick. Maybe about a half a quarter, a couple of 2 or 3 series, but I don't think that's going to be enough to get you over on enough points. But certainly, if we get news tomorrow that these guys are going to get a decent amount of run, which I don't expect, being the first preseason game, you will obviously lock them in if they're going to get 2 quarters. But I don't see that happening. I don't see the floor being there for that limited amount of playing time. All right, so Mac Jones, I kind of expect him and Heineke to be playing into the second, most of the second quarter, maybe a little bit of the first quarter. Again, just like Heineke, if Mac Jones is getting news about playing into the second half, then I'm interested in Mac Jones, even if he doesn't have some of the rushing prowess as Heineke, and he does have some turnover equity in his game, being a rookie going up against one of the better defenses in the NFC East. So it's kind of scary, but Jared Stidham will not play tomorrow, so Mac Jones and Brian Hoyer are left to battle it out for the remaining reps. Hoyer is interesting if he does get 2 quarters against some scrubs. He has some success as a Browns fan. I know about Brian Hoyer's random success and preseason success. It's all he really has to hang his hat on. So I think there's a little bit to like there. They do have Dolagala, so maybe there's the thought that oh no, he got cut last Monday, so it is just Hoyer and Mac Jones to the finish line for New England. So that will be probably one of those 2 quarterbacks. If Mac Jones does get a ton of run, I like him. If Hoyer sees the whole second half, I think he's a lock as well. So we'll have to see reports tomorrow on how much time these quarterbacks are expected to get. If not, I think what I've said is a good base to go off of. Quickly, we're going to get into some running backs here for both sides. Damian Harris is lighting it up in camp. I with Cam Newton, I don't think he's going to get more than a half a quarter's run with how well he's performing. Sony Michel, I could see getting some time well into that second quarter. I think they know what they have with James White. I don't expect him to get much time. I don't think they're going to risk getting him hurt as their gadget guy. They don't have another guy on the roster similar to his playing style, so he might not even play. I think I would rule out James White. So Damian Harris, I think, is not in play. I think he's going to go up against that good defensive front in Washington, and I don't think he's going to get enough playing time. Sony Michel, maybe. I really like this rookie here. They got. I think he's going to get a ton of playing time, and that is Romandre Stevenson, 4th rounder here. He's going to probably get the bulk of the carries in that second quarter, probably into the third quarter. Big frame, kind of reminds you a lot of, what was his name? LeGarrette Blount. I think he has the opportunity to pound the rock against this Washington defense. We all know New England's going to want to run the football. It's hard to take offense with New England. But I think Romandre is firmly in play. I don't expect a veteran like Bolden to see much action, so that's why I like Romandre as well. So Michel, Romandre, and J.J. Taylor in that third and fourth quarter could see quite a bit of run. He could run and pass catch out of the backfield. I think he's okay. I don't expect Aguilar, or flipping over to the Washington side for running backs, I don't expect Gibson to play. If he does, maybe a series. I think Washington knows what they have with their first 2 backs in Gibson and McKissick. So I don't expect them to play too much. If McKissick does play a lot, I really love him. His pass-catching ability is perfect for DraftKings. We don't have to extend our salary in any way with everybody being the same salary. I think he would be set perfect if he had a lot of playing time. If we get reports out before kickoff about J.D. McKissick playing the bulk of the first quarter, maybe even into the second quarter, then maybe hitting the lock button on him as well. Peyton Barber, I don't think they're going to play him quite often. He's just like a 1-yard back, and I don't have much invested. No, not much to like about him. I think Jarrett Patterson, the rookie for Washington, sets up as a really good play here. It's he's similar to Romandre, just a just a big back, and I think he's going to get a bulk of the second quarter, third quarter carries. So I like Jarrett Patterson, Romandre. Those are two rookies I'm really looking into. Believe it or not, I think Lamar Miller is on this football team. So we could see Lamar Miller getting some run as well mixed in. It's just hard to narrow down sometimes with these running backs in preseason football. A lot of people were on that Dallas running back, Dowdle, last time, and he ended up being the slate breaker with the way he caught the ball out of the backfield. So it's pretty imperative to get these guys right. I'm going to go with Jarrett Patterson and Romandre. Receivers, I don't expect Terry McCullen to play. Samuel has already ruled out. Adam Humphries, I don't think he plays too much. If he does, he's going up against some of the best corners in the league. Next up, we have what seems like a plethora of receivers. Dumami Brown is not bad. Cam Sims. There's just a ton of guys here. Steven Sims, guys that are played last year, and Isaiah Wright. I think it's hard to pinpoint these guys. I do like Gandy Golden. That's a target that I do have my eyes set on. He looks healthy this year. He's going to be probably, he was, I think, a third or fourth round pick for the Washington last year. I like him late to play a lot in the second half for Washington. On the New England side, Neil Harry is going crazy in camp. I don't expect Aguilar to play. I don't think Jacoby Myers plays quite a bit. Kendrick Bourne. I mean, there might be a couple series to get these guys used to playing with each other. Kendrick Bourne is new to the football team. I think any reps for New England is going to be good reps. I could see Gunner playing a little bit. Marvin Hall's kind of past his prime, if he ever had one. Isaiah Zuber is interesting for second half. I think that's kind of where my eyes are set for New England. So Gandy Golden and Zuber are two guys that I have interest in for guys that are going to be playing quite a bit in the third and fourth quarters on both teams. Next up, we have tight ends. Jonnu Smith, I don't expect to play more than a few series. Hunter Henry's probably going to be ruled out. Devin Asaya, Fumingali, and Matt Lacasse, I think, are all strong plays at tight end. But which one's going to get which one's going to have the touchdown upside? Which one's going to get the bulk of the catches? It's hard to tell. That's why we're focused on defenses, quarterbacks, and maybe guys like Gandy Golden and Zuber, guys that are going to get a lot of targets late in the game. That's kind of what we're targeting here, because it's hard to pinpoint these targets early on in the game when everyone's trying to get reps in. Next up, we have tight ends for the Washington football team. I don't expect Logan Thomas to play quite a bit, so I'd maybe like one or two series. Ricky Seals-Jones is a guy that can come on and catch balls for the tight end position. Jonathan Bates, maybe, he's got some upside, but I'm not sure about those tight ends either. So it's kind of a shot in the dark when it comes to tight ends in preseason. But what I do like is the kickers, especially Hopkins. He doesn't look like he has any competition. So I think he's going to be firmly in play as a core play. So Hopkins, and for the New England Patriots, I don't think Nick Folk's going to kick. He missed practice on Tuesday. If he does, then, maybe it takes away from Quinn Nordin, who is listed on the slate as kicker. He's looking like he's in a position battle, or maybe he's just here until Nick Folk gets healthy. So keep your eyes peeled. If Folk is in, I don't like Nordin. If Folk is out, I do like Nordin. So just to quickly recap here, because that will do it for all of the player pool. Defenses, we're locking them in. Quarterbacks that are going to get 2 quarters, whether that's Heineke, Mac Jones, even if they come out and say Fitzpatrick's going to play the first half, then you got to play Fitzpatrick. So things like that. And then running backs that have catch out of the backfield upside, also going to have bulk of the series from the second to third quarter, even in the fourth quarter, guys that could play multiple quarters, and then late receiver targets, guys that are going to get locked on as the garbage time rolls in. Gandy Golden and Isaiah Zuber for either one of their teams. So that will do it for the first Showdown breakdown from your boy TK Nation 47 on Twitter. You can follow us at FSI_DFS and find the Discord channel for live chats, updates on what we're expecting for tomorrow's slate. That link is in the bio, and you can subscribe to us for just $15 and $100 for the full season if you like what you see. Guys, looking forward to a fun year. I hope you have a fun slate tomorrow. I'm glad football's back. And please like this video. Comment if you have any comments below. And enjoy the season, boys. Enjoy tomorrow's slate.